Shalom, family. I'm not going to keep you long. Um, every day there are still Mexicans trying to get us to go out in the streets. And, it's getting to the point where they should have gotten it by now. I don't know why it has to be repeated so many times. We have been saying this since the beginning of the protest that we were not going out. We were not going out. You would think by now reality would set in and they would get, okay, we can't even bother them. They're not going to come out. Nope. Nope. They keep coming like the Energizer Bunny. And they won't accept the fact that it's not our issue. We are not immigrants. Okay. We're not being deported. ICE is not after us. It really, truly is not our issue. And our people, each and every day, are responding. And I promise you, by tomorrow, it'll be a new set of videos out there from Mexicans harping on the same thing about us going out. It's like an endless cycle, for real. So I'm going to let you listen to them, and I want you to hear how our people reacted. All right. So let me share my screen. And yes, I did hear tomorrow I will be talking about the strike. The US just struck Iran. And I'll be talking about that tomorrow. I really don't want to do any more live streams after this one. So tomorrow at 11:45, we'll be talking about that and listening to Donald Trump's speech on the strike that occurred on Iran. So let me share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, y'all. Let's get to it. Can everybody see my screen? Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. All right.
This is so crazy that we voted for Trump.
I know y'all remember her well.
Quote unquote, saying that this is not your battle. What do you mean this is not your battle? First of all, we're not asking for help. Let's get that straight. Second of all, if you want to stand for your rights, then this is your fight too. We are sick and tired that people are attacking each other, and y'all want to make yourself really known. This is the problem now. Whenever Mexican and Latinos get together, we know how to come together and fight. But what do y'all do? Y'all go against each other.
This is the same person who didn't come together with her own undocumented grandparents and voted to have ICE deport them. And yeah, you had to learn how to protest real quick to try to get yourself out of the mess you created after you not only stabbed the Black community in the back on November 5th, but when you stabbed yourself, your family, and your own community in the back.
We know how to protest the right way.
Here comes the anti-Black, white-pleasing rhetoric.
We don't break into stores. We don't do all this, this demolish stuff. We don't do none of that.
First of all, yes, y'all do, because we're watching it in LA right now. Secondly, by any means necessary, telling us to protest the right way is gaslighting by the ruling class. It's a racist talking point, mostly weaponized against Black people. This Hispanic woman still seeks validation and acceptance from the white ruling class. She is submissive to them and will protest only in ways that the people oppressing her deem acceptable. No form of protest is acceptable to them, by the way. I hear so many Hispanics pitting themselves against each other, criticizing protesters in LA for what they perceive as protesting violently. So again, you don't stick together. Protesters in LA are dealing with antagonistic National Guard and US Marines. No one else in the country is dealing with what the protesters in LA are dealing with, and I support LA.
It's kind of hurtful for y'all to say different things like, oh, we don't need Latino, we don't need no Mexican, we don't need this, we better without them. Fine.
You don't get to sit here and cry because you backstabbed Black people on November 5th, and now Black people don't want to support you.
And we forgive you. You know that? Because that's how good we are. We have good hearts. We help other people.
You got a good heart? Is that why you voted to send ICE after your own grandparents and your neighbors? Is that your version of helping?
But for y'all to sit there and say, take your asses back to where y'all came from.
If some Black people are saying that, those are words, because on November 5th, Black people voted to keep you and your community safe. Did you vote to keep your own community safe? No, you didn't. You voted for ICE to attack your community and come pick up your own grandparents to send them back. Hispanics like you damage unity between brown and Black people. There is no accountability for the destruction you did to yourself and your own people. There is no accountability for your anti-Blackness, which has contributed to all of us as a people and as a country now losing our rights and our democracy. And you have the audacity to be mad that Black people do not want to stand with you, especially when there are some of you out there protesting using the N-word.
I put my dick on your plate, nigga. Fuck your family, fuck your kids, nigga.
That nigga right there.
Do you go to Kava?
Yeah, you do, nigga. Stop playing.
Hey, Black America, this person, this Hispanic person is saying that we shouldn't worry about reparations. We should just worry about helping them. Fuck you. Fuck you. No, before you misquote MLK, justice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Before you misquote MLK, let me go and preemptively correct you. MLK said, we are coming to Washington to get our check. He was talking about reparations. Reparations. So please, before you quote MLK, quote everything that he said, because just a couple of months before he was taken out, he said that. That's how important the issue is to us. So if you can't see that, if you compare that to ants compared to elephants, fuck you. Straight up. Straight like that.
I just want to say, watching these raids happen in LA right now, people voted for this. People voted for this. And I think right now, the Black and the brown community, we need to come together. And we need to remember that they are the ones who made it us versus them. They put us against each other, because if we're busy fighting each other, we don't put our eyes on them. We need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up.
Girl, you need to wake up. Not the Hispanics calling on the Black people for help. Really? Where were y'all during George Floyd? Where were y'all during Sandra Bland? Where were y'all during all of the white cops killing Black people? Where were y'all? But y'all want us to come together. Really? Really? Why y'all calling on us? Why y'all calling on the Black people? Why y'all not calling on Asians? They're a minority too. Why y'all calling for us? If you go on my page, you will see I made a post about how there was a Trump rally for Trump back in 2020, before he even got elected 4 years ago. And there was a crowd full of Hispanics. And the song was saying, I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all want it. Y'all got it. Y'all got him into office. And now y'all want to double back and ask for help, calling all the African Americans to help. Like, come on now. We gonna stay out of this. We gonna stay as far away from this. Y'all can continue to riot and make yourselves look bad, but we gonna stay out of this.
I'm doing a Dear Black People series from a Latino, because there's a lot of quiet stuff that needs to be said out loud about Latinos concerning Blackness. So I'm gonna break this up into different little parts, but just to keep it short. But the most important thing that I need Black people to understand is that the level of retardation that Latinos have going on in their own community definitely outmatches yours, in the way that, yes, Latino culture is racist by nature. And so it's not just a racism thing against you. It's a racism against ourselves, and we do ourselves worse than we do y'all. It's like this. I want you to imagine that, in your community, light skins actually made an actual effort to keep dark skins down on purpose.
As a lot of you know, I belong to both the Mexican, indigenous, and Black communities. I haven't said anything about the Black community choosing to sit out, but me personally, I can't and I haven't been. I can feel my ancestors breathing down my neck, and I know they face down challenges far greater than anything that I could ever imagine. So for me to sit out in this moment in the face of fascism, where we're about to lose all of the rights that my ancestors dedicated their entire lives fighting for so that I could exist with even a sliver of freedom, would be a huge slap in their face. On the other hand, I'm so ashamed, disappointed, and above all, seething with anger at those Mexican and Latino MAGAs who helped bring us to this point. The low down, dirty betrayal of November 5th is unforgivable. On top of that, we still have some disrespectful Latinos antagonizing the Black community and even using the N-word.
I put my dick on your plate, nigga. Fuck your family, fuck your kids, nigga.
That nigga right there.
Do you go to Kava?
Yeah, you do, nigga. Stop playing.
So I understand why y'all don't want to go out and protest with their disrespectful, backstabbing asses. I get it. I also keep hearing people say this is not our fight, which I disagree with, although it's definitely a fight that we really tried so hard to avoid. It's a fight that we did not want, but sadly, we are here now. As much as you keep telling yourself this is not your fight, it is. Everything that our Third Reich government is doing negatively impacts Black people, even the ICE raids. Black people are also being hunted by ICE and getting deported. As someone who belongs to both communities, I am feeling the pain from both sides. The grief, the rage, the exhaustion, all of it. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. You need to sit this out to protect your peace. Sit it out. You want to protest? Go protest. If your way of fighting looks different, like donating, educating, boycotting, organizing quietly, do that. You do what is right in your spirit. This was just weighing on me so heavily, and I just wanted to get it out. I hope everyone enjoys your day, and I hope that you all are taking care of your mind, body, and spirit during these Hunger Games.
It's somewhat ironic that the Hispanic community would be angry at the Black community in a situation where a person would be elected as president, and while being on the campaign would say clearly, when I get in as president, I'm going to make one of my first agendas deporting all persons who are here illegally. And when he gets in there, he starts doing what he said. And you all are the main people who voted for him. And now to make matters worse, most of the ICE agents who are carrying out the deportation appear to be Hispanic as well. But you all find it in your heart to be mad at us. Hispanic people, you need to start to think about offering an apology to Black people for the shit you're running. Because when this shit clear, you still gonna want us to buy your burritos, your tacos and shit. Okay? You need to think about what you're doing. Like I said before, try to find y'all some good ass hiding places. Because Trump coming after your ass. That's just that on that.
I want to talk about this post that I saw because I saw way too many people that chose to be defensive instead of take accountability. But you know what's interesting? From every response that I saw, nobody sounded surprised. They just wanted to deflect. What about what the Black community is doing right now? What about the attack on street vendors? What about the one Black person that was mean to my family member? All of those are real issues, but the people that are creating harm do not represent the entire Black community. Just like the problematic Latinos don't represent all of ours. We can ask for accountability together, and we should 100% expect members of our community to do better.
Okay. Well, that one woman that you saw now, if you really seen a lot of Mexicans in your life, some Mexicans do look Asian. Some of them do. She has, because she spoke about this before I saw her video. I've been watching her videos for a while. She got one Asian, not Asian, I'm sorry. She got one father, I believe, is melanated and mother is Mexican. And yeah, she looks Asian, but some Mexicans do look Asian. Some of them do. Now, when I went to high school with two girls that were twins. They had one Korean parent, and one parent was, he was from here. He was a military guy. Well, when you looked at the two of them, they literally looked like full-blooded Asians. But when they opened their mouth, they sound like black girls. I kid you not. In fact, that's all they hung around. They used to hang around us. They wouldn't even hang around with the other Asian students. They used to hang around us. And for a while, we didn't know why until they explained to us that one of their parents was, from our people. He was melanated. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes, a person will lean and look more like one parent, and really you won't see much of the other parent in them. I also knew a woman I met online. She's very dark skinned, and she was married to a white man. They had a son. Her son is almost as dark as her, but that child is biracial. But if you physically looked at him, because she's a very dark skinned woman, when you look at her son, you would swear that's a full brother. And it's not. The father is white. And sometimes it's like that. Everybody don't, some people look ambiguous and some people, they don't. They literally don't look ambiguous at all. They actually look like more of the one race of a parent more than the other. So those things do happen. So y'all, I think somewhere along the line, reality needs to sit in, because it's getting tiring looking at new videos crop up every day. And these Asians, and the Asians aren't even joining them. Now, many of them are immigrants too, out there in LA. The only thing Asians will do is get online and suggest people go out there, but the Asians themselves are not going out there. And I can understand why. They're afraid ICE is going to grab them. And see, that's the thing these Mexicans need to understand. You're not going to get a lot of immigrants to come out there and help you, because many in the Asian community and many of the Arabs, a lot of these people are illegal. The East Indians, they're illegal too. So all of them are in fear. That's why, yeah, they'll be supportive on a video. I noticed that about the Asians. They're very supportive on a video, but you don't physically see them out there. And they're not going to go out there. They're not going to go out there. Even the ones that are legal are too afraid to be out there with those Mexicans in LA. They're too scared. And like they said, they're fighting ICE, the FBI, ATF, Border Patrol. I mean, he got every agency out there, including the National Guard and the Marines. So all these other groups, they're too scared to go out there. And us, what they won't accept is their situation has nothing to do with us. We can't relate because we're not immigrants. We don't have ICE bearing down on us. We're not going through anything that they're going through. And besides, you saw what they were doing in that video. They were calling a black police officer the N-word. Okay? You see, when you do stuff like that, you're not going to get the people you want out on the streets. Number one, we're not going to be your human shields. Number two, technically, you're going to lose this fight. You are illegal and you're trying to fight the government. I mean, that will never make sense to me. And ultimately, you're going to get deported. They're not going to stop. In fact, Donald Trump is, after the protest that occurred on the 14th, Donald Trump is doubling down on y'all now. He is not playing about getting y'all out of here. So we're not going out, because as soon as they spot us on the street, we're going to become target number one. They're not going to even pay attention to nobody else but us. And I just don't see anybody sacrificing themselves for you from our community. It is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And in reality, y'all did do this to yourself. Okay? We are not the cleanup people that come and fix everything that you messed up. That's not who we are. And I think that's what you're expecting from us. And y'all need to stop quoting Dr. Martin Luther King. Stop quoting all this stuff that you keep finding and saying. It's not going to help you. Your situation is not civil rights. Your situation is you crossed the border and came here illegally. You are dealing with an immigration issue, not a civil rights issue. So I don't know why y'all keep quoting Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King was fighting for his people. He was not fighting for any illegal people crossing a border. That was not why he was out on these streets. So you can't rewrite history. You can't turn his words into something that he did not mean. All right? Why can't y'all quote some Mexican icons? Y'all don't have any Mexicans that fought for equality that you can quote? How come you don't quote them? You know, I mean, I don't know what y'all are doing. I don't know why you think what you're going through is civil rights. It is not civil rights. Nobody wrote Jim Crow laws against you. You did not go through chattel slavery. You did not go through Reconstruction. Y'all did not go through mass incarceration. No matter how much you say we got similarities, there are huge differences too that can't be overlooked. All right. So if you need help, why don't you call on your Latin celebrities? How about some of these Latinos that are playing baseball? You know, why don't you call on them? Where are they? You know, and it just shows that even they aren't interested in looking out for your best interests. They're not. If you go back and look at the civil rights movement, there were singers, Aretha Franklin, you know, Diane Carroll, you know, a lot of the actors, Eartha Kitt, you know, a lot of our people were involved. Celebrities and all, singers and all. They were all involved. But with you and this immigration fight, boy, your celebrities are MIA. And if you want to call something out, that's what you should be calling out. You should be calling them out. I don't know what you keep coming back to us before, you know, over and over. I don't know what you keep coming to us for and expecting us to do something for people that are here illegally. We can't do nothing for you. We can't help you get rights up in here because you're illegal. We can't perform miracles. So Donald Trump did give you an option. He said you could self-deportate yourself back home, or you can sit around and wait for ICE to come. And if they do, you're going to feel humiliated getting shackled up and dragged out of here. But if that's what you want, oh well, I don't know what to say. Those are your options. But having us out there, that's not an option. Sorry. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I thank you all for being here. And tomorrow morning at 11:45, we'll go over the U.S. bombing in Iran. We'll go over that. And I'll try to pull up some videos on it as well. So, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your night. Shalom, family.